everyone, it is Steph with Steph's Nurture Locks, and I am back with another video. There is a question I want to answer that I got from someone in one of the videos I did before. I can't remember which one. I believe it was a braid out video. Um, and they asked me, what do you do with hair that goes outside of the lock? And I was like, that's kind of an interesting question. So I guess I'll make a whole video to address that. So if you are interested in hearing what I have to say about maintaining hair outside or that grows outside of the lock, keep on watching. So let me just kind of give you guys a backstory on my locks and how I normally maintain them, etc., etc. So I have had these locks for a little over 5.5 years, and when I started them myself, and I started them with 2-strand twists. Now, I call myself a freeformer because I don't maintain my hair at the roots. Well, I should say I do not retwist my hair. I have not retwisted in over 5 years now. But I do separate my hair at the roots. And I'll do that twice a year is how it usually works out. Because I don't necessarily want my hair to turn into big congos right now. So I have to take that in consideration when answering this question, because I don't do anything with the hairs that grow outside of the lock. And I do have a lot of hair that do that. I have patches all over my head that are just hanging out, not attached to anything. And so let me see if I can find some to show you. Let me turn my fan off. So here's a patch right here. It's perfect. Right here. Oh, I thought there was more hair than that, but there is a little patch of hair right here that's just hanging out. Okay, it probably needs to go in. It would probably do best in this lock because this is a thin lock anyway. So, but it's gonna do it on its own. Like, I don't have to force it. I don't have to twist it in there, crochet. Eventually it's gonna go in there, and that's what I've experienced all over my head. I have another, let me see, I'm gonna find a real good one for y'all, because ooh, perfect. Look, I didn't even have to search for it. There goes a patch right there. See it? See this big old patch of hair right here? It's just hanging out. I mean, this is really enough to make a whole lock on its own, but it's just hanging out. It has plenty of locks that it could go into, so I've many options there if I wanted to place it with the lock. But I'm not going to, because eventually it's going to go to a lock. So that's what I do. I don't do anything. I don't do anything. You know, this is the aesthetic that I like, with a fro underneath my locks. So in that sense, and knowing that I like having a fro underneath it, there's nothing to do with the hair that's hanging out. Just let it be a fro. Just let it hang out. Eventually it's going to go to a lock. It's just going to do it on its own. You don't have to try. There's nothing you have to do. You don't have to coax it. Nothing. But I do know and understand that's not everybody's preferred look. That's not everyone's desired aesthetic, and that's fine too. So what I have seen for individuals who maintain their hair at the root, who have hair that grow outside of the lock, I've seen them maintain it in a few different ways. So, I'll just kind of throw those things out there if you want to maybe try that yourself or do some more research on those different methods. But one of the methods is to crochet the hair into a neighboring lock. Okay, easy thing to do. Just get a crochet hook needle from Joann's Fabrics, Michael's, any craft store, maybe even Walmart. And you've seen there's plenty of videos. Just look it up on YouTube, crocheting hair into locks or dreadlocks. Okay, and plenty of options should pop up. That's one way. Another way is to take the excess hair and wrap it around the base of the lock. Just wrap it as if you were doing like a faux lock. Like this hair right here, I would take it and wrap it at the base until there's no more hair to wrap. It pretty much stayed there, but I want it to do what it naturally is going to do, so I'm going to take that hair back out. There goes some more hair. Okay. So that's another way. Another way I've seen someone do is to take the hair and braid it at the root. Okay, so if you don't want to wrap it, or if you have a very loose texture and wrapping or crocheting it does not keep it in place, then consider braiding that hair into a neighboring lock. Another thing you can do or play around with, and it's probably for someone that has a kinkier texture, for B4C type of hair texture, is to do braid outs, certain styles, style the hair into the lock, so to speak. So like take the hair at the root, take the extra hair along with the locks and braid it into a braid. Okay, you can do this all the way down for a wavy look, or you can just do it at the roots just for the hair to start matting into a lock. And then when you let it go, that hair should be kind of tamed and attached to something other than just being out there. That's another way. And then also, of course, regular retwisting the hair like you normally would when you maintain your locks, if that's what you're into. Also, interlock. In some situations, let's say you like to maintain your locks by retwisting, but you have a few areas somewhere in your head, no matter what you do, the hair is just away from the lock, it's driving you insane. You can choose to just interlock those few locks in that area and incorporate the loose hair. You don't necessarily have to do it all over your head. You can maybe just do it really loose if you're afraid of indentation or damaging the lock. Doing 1 or 2 rotations, maybe 3, and see how that does. I mean, there's no hard and fast rule to locking your hair, and that's kind of like the point I want to get across to everyone, because different people maintain it different ways. You may get on YouTube or read somewhere or hear from someone or hear from a loctician even that you have to do these things a certain way. You have to come back every 2 to 3 weeks or every 4 weeks to get a retwist or interlock your hair, or your hair is gonna fall out. No. It's just hair, and it's all personal preference. It's what you want to do. It's what you want to do. You can cultivate this lock garden how you want to. Your hair is not just going to spontaneously fall off if every single hair is not in place. I am living proof of that. My hair is never in place. I don't brush it. I don't tie it down. I Only once in a blue moon will I lay edges. I don't try to put hairs that are not specifically in a block in place. Like, it's all over the place. Like, look, this looks like chaos. This looks like pure chaos, right? You can't see any of my partings. There's loose hair everywhere. There's hairs connected everywhere. There's a block of 10 locks I have that are stuck together here. That's like 10 locks stuck together, right? They're stuck together. I'm not worried about it because I've never had a problem 6 months out of the year, for to go 6 months and then separate my hair. I haven't lost any. None have fallen out. I don't have any bald spots anywhere. Like, my hair is thriving. Um, so just try different things and see if they work for you. There's no hard and fast rules. So that's all I have today for you guys with this video. If you have any questions, just go ahead and start a dialogue in the comment section, and I'll see you guys for the next video.